Facebook, please permit me to use this music to entertain my fans. I have no copyright over it. Ah,
Nasụrụ m egwu a sodonu mma ekweru m ekwe na nke mmerụ ngụpụta kacha ụtọ ya bụ ugwu siri ike rinne na ọ bụzi nka ka iji arị ya mbekwu garụ marụbido asị na ọhara kata ka ọ na-agazi nwanne na onye ụwa enwe enyi ọma o onye amụma dabire na anamụle ịma anya na nkụta ọbịa bụ nwanne na anụ ufe bụ udene ka ọ na-azakwu mana jara awa nkenu ụzụ afọ igbu udene na ọbụkọ nto ịma na ịda mbaba ịnaghachi azụ ọganiru arọ maka onye nkoropu obi onye garabada bụ onye zuwa abụọ ezumezu egwu arụrụ arụ eme nchukwa kama na o ji ọnụ egbu ọdịsa na-akpachaghị egbe ọ gafere ọdụdụ oke ọ fụrụ dịka nkala ife ọkala odogwu onye ume ngwapụta ọgwụgwọ mkpụrụ aka onye ga-asị na ogwu maka na ada oji ebe ama n'ife ọfụ na ọchagharụkwa o were ọnụ lisi o were ile salụ ofe na-efifie were abalị megharịkwa ifugo ọrụ efu na-arụ ụlọ n'aja ikuku bịa ogbunye ụlọ n'ọgbọ mmiri a na-asọkwa ndị ji egwu ji abalị agbaghị ụchụkwakwa ndị o ji egwu eti mmanwụ hei mgbe ngana mgbugbe ekpuru ọfịa ịmara odogwu ugochukwu nwa nga ọka alịka na china odogwu n'ịga adị mmiri mara ugo odogwu na nnewu aka ekpuchi ọnwa wanụ n'ibe odogwu mana enwere aja mmụọ o ji isi anya ọkụ azụ anụ ka egburu isi ntị echiche isi na wogidi ọwa nkụtara bụ chọọ nwoke na nị na nwoke du n'obi ebini kwuru na nwoke na-eri n'ude agakata agbakwuru ka eji ama dike ezi maka odogwu ife na okeke ego na-eji ije odogwu na nnewi odogwu ezomọgụ ogene mara bụ ọnụ a sị m ijebe ije awele ịma na ịdị ka mkpume nọ n'igbere mmiri ebiri tụcha na rukwu ma ozuru ike ewe na ọkpọchi ntị ka eji ike n'ọkwa ntachi obiri na ibu ji aga n'ugwu ụganịta ka ọta mbụzụ ga-ama abụba o mmiri sokos arụ mmiri ogbugbu jajarara ọkụ na-agba ite orugo ifugo orogboro eze n'azụ kama na ọ na-edebekwa igwe obodo okwu na ụka ghara ịghasị fogbu n'isi agụba ọrụ n'ogbo chọba na ma chọọ ọrụ ọrụ echere ife ọzọ sota ife o ji bi ụwa agụ ọkụ kata bunye ya ụwa niile anya atọ nwa nduru na akpa akịdị adị na-atụrụ akara aka gị isi na mkpụ dapụ ijebe n'ọjikenu isi nwebi na ọgbakọrọcha gị bụ agụ ya ekwu ya o na ọ ya gbuo ozu ya na ya were naba na ya ghọtọ na edo n'enu eyi etiri ife na dugara ajụjụ ife ebe ịma na ara egwu afọ ime aka asị na-egbokata ide na ọkwapụ mgbe oluwa ka nkenebe odogwu emerike ike ji ọfọ etaitio oyila ngasị odogwu na nnewi n'ibu odogwu isi na-egbu ogidi onume ekene ka bịachara iro nọ ya bara anyị bịachara ya iro ebe isi dị ụwa dị elu si egbochi na nwa ebini na ọsọ ka o ji arị si ekwe n'ome nka bụrụ arịrị n'aba mmụọ ihe dị iche dị n'iru enwe n'ọnọgo akụdara onu n'ọkwanye anakụgharị ya ọkụkọ oji ga-eyikwa n'akwa ọcha anụ ọfịa ya abụ anụ nọ n'oluo megodi akwa ọkụkọ dọ na nkịta ama nke bụ oke na nwunye o a na-ama ngwọrọ n'ụkpọ ndị be anyị na-ama isi gabụ eze n'oluo ịma na onyinye amara dị n'iche n'iche o onye ma ngwugwu onye ukwu kwuru bịaba ọ na-eme agwa agbata obi n'eke onye kara obi azabakwa ọnụ na ndị ajụjụ a na-ejewe n'ujuba ewi ukwu dị na mba egeberu mba nni ọmụmatụ bụ emeka ọdụm egwu ojukwu n'ike mba nnewi dịka ukwu agbụrụgbu enyi tarụbụsịa narịba anya na ị ga-ama ya site n'ije ọkpa na okwu ọnụ na omume kpọtara mmanwụ Chief Michael onye kwelu onye na-atụ mba ọdụ wide odogwu onye kata ọya kpusu ọnụ n'Igbo odogwu ike dị eje mba n'ọnụ m ekene ụmụ Igbo ọ bụrụgodị nwata ka ibu ya arụsị aha n'aka na abụ ka eji ebu ya ebe o siri dị etoke kachara iro ebe o si dị etoke kachara iro ebe o si dị etoke kachara iro ebe o si dị etoke kachara iro
USB on the beat.
Yeah. This is so good. Yeah, we have to use our leaders player.
And I will pray in the language of heaven because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable Zoological Republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efuwe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwedo n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị onye ọbụla na ya ka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-etoghị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwere anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihe na-ebu nke niile etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-etoghị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise
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 ise.
Then of the rising sun we
IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family. IPOB. My name is Maze Zumeze, aka Nwekwensu. I welcome you to this wonderful edition. I will say good morning and good afternoon and good evening, depending on your time zone. Please, as I welcome you, please may you welcome others. We are live at various platforms at Ikechukwu Made Zumezu. We are live there. Please go share and like. We are also live at Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Please, as you come in, please like and share. We're also live at Mazi Zumezu, aka Nwekwensu. That is our page we are building. Please go there and like and follow. We're also live at YouTube. Please go and subscribe and like and follow. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome you all. Today, we are going to do the needful. Today, like what I said in my flyer, a reminder to Simon Ekpa, don't let Satan enter you. That is it. Aya ejiri ụtọ wee too ekolobịa ọ anyị ejiri ụjọ wee dada mba. But before we go on, please, if you have not download Biafra Radio, please, it's very important. Go and download and follow. Go and download and follow. Our golden voice is coming today. Our golden voice is coming today. Ikechukwu Onola. I think 9 o'clock Biafra time. I wish maybe I can finish my program before then I will join. But let me see what I can do. But please, if you have not downloaded it, it's very easy. It won't take you a minute. Just go and download Biafra Radio. This is where we preach, and that is where we worship. It's very important. If you have not done so, please go and download it. On that platform, you will be hearing the voice of Madam Nenianya telling us about our account. On that platform, you will be hearing the voice of our African rep, Mazi Temi Nelly. On that platform, you'll be hearing the voice of our comrades, Mazi George Ume, and many others. Please go and download and follow. This is it. Biafra Radio.
Live on air, on radio, on web, the Biafra Radio. Download the Biafra Radio today on Google Play Store and join the broadcast. The Biafra Radio, we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
It will take you a minute. Just go and download and follow. Before then, I have a question to answer, because there is in the flyer I make, someone asked me a question about the flyer I make, and he asks that if Simon Ekpa is Satan and I'm Nwekwensu, what's the difference? And I promise him that I'm going to give him the answer here, and it will not take time, My brother, if you are listening, if you are watching me now, Ekwensu is not Satan. Ekwensu is not devil. Before the coming of Christianity in our land, our people, our ancestors did not know hellfire. Our ancestors did not know heaven. But we believe in Chukwu Okike Abiama. We believe there is one God. So before the coming of Christianity in our land, our ancestors didn't know anything like hellfire or heaven. That is why you must know that this calamity that the white people bring upon us, it's time we put a stop to it. If you go to Greece land, if you go to Italy, if you come even Sweden, Denmark, you go to South America, they have their own deity, and they never call it Satan or devil. So why must they call our own Ekwe Osu Satan? No, it's not Satan. So this mentality we have, it's time we take it away. And one day I'm going to bring a day to talk about more about this religion something, because I don't want to talk about this for a very long time. But one day I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to tell you guys how I become Ordinana, because I was born and brought up in Anglican. My father is Anglican, my mother is Anglican. A day we come, I'm going to tell you guys the story. It's a short story. So for those who are inboxing me or telling me about the fire I make about Simon Ekpa, that I should not go on and talk about it, or maybe inboxing me trying to express their mind of some threatening, I have this message for you. I have this message for you. I want you to listen to this message. This is Maze Zumez. Listen, I have this message for you. This is me.
I don't avoid conflict because I'm scared of you. I avoid conflict because I'm scared of myself. My temper can go from 0 to death row really quick. One thing very clear. I don't avoid conflict because I'm scared of you. I avoid conflict because I'm scared of myself. My temper can go from 0 to death row really quick.
Yeah. This is Maze Zumez for you. And I want to anya ọfụma, na-eme anya ọfụma, ihe ama that na nwoke afụgokwe n'obere. Nwoke egugo mmiri mmụọ, gwuo mmiri nta, gwuo mmiri mmadụ. I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. But I nearly mourn. I nearly mourn. So, Biafrans, I am happy also. Simon Ekpa. I will deal with you today. Then after that, I will relax and watch you. Then I will go back to this Chika Paul Edoziem. But I want to remind you about that statement from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's very important. It's very important because I have to play a lot of videos here too. It's very, very important. For those who joined Simon Ekpa yesterday, this video is for you. It's very important for you. This video is for you. For those who take Simon Ekpa as their leader, this video is also for you. But listen, I, Mazi Ezumez, aka Ekwensu, I only have one leader, one supreme leader, and his name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I only have one supreme leader, and his name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once you are against any single instruction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have me to contend with. Once you are against every single instruction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, once you disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have me to battle with. Because my mother did not preach me about Biafra, or neither my father did preach me about Biafra. I joined this great movement because of the voice I had, and that voice is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not any other voice. I didn't hear the voice of Chika Paul Edoziem. I didn't hear the voice of Chinasa Nwankita. Or maybe I hear the voice of Simon Ekpa. No. The voice I had is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that voice, the voice Chukwu Okike Abiama, and it has impacted in me. That's why I will defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to my last blood. To my last blood. Oge akara aka ọka elilokwa o. Oge akara aka aka elilo. Ma that time luo na ọwụ na ọka Chineke si wee chụ ya. Afọ dị mkpa afọ ogologo ime ya. Biafrans, my fellow comrades, if you are too emotion, this program is not for you. You can just ozugbo. Either too emotion or maybe in a food struggle as a live opposition or live group. Ozugbo. In a Simon Ekpa Simon Ekpa will your leader. You truly know the truth. You truly be a common sense. Your comment I'll kick you out. You come again, I block you. Ask those who I block how I do that, because my program is not a popular demand. But Ezo Kuchineke. But Ezo Kuchineke kain de kweba. Whatever it had for me, take it to bank or go and make a research about it. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to carry Ezo. Now, let's go to Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa told us earlier before that he was born the same way like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa. That he was born the same way like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And many of us, I said, again. He said he was born the same way like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu assembled the ESN and our symbol dragon, Simon Ekpa no with dragon no win. No with dragon no win. I have no problem. No, I have no problem. No. From Simon Ekpa now fear was the ESN. Every single thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu men. Simon Ekpa manya up ya there. And that all my idea. Fit there. The thing there. How about our M branch? Simon Ekpa created M branch. What is that? How about that M branch today? When I know Makaanwa. Simon Ekpa going on about to speed. No, in fact, anything on them, no speed going on about. Now I am not going to stop for so many years. No wonder why I achieve. But not but I not speed going on about. Or why that na his own radio, autopilot radio only then. Now you cover everywhere in Nigeria. Today, you cannot know my autopilot radio about Simon Ekpa. Nothing. Ndị enwere uche, ndị ya wọ Bible si ebe a pụọ. Ndị na forget that, ndị na forget so easily to forget something. How about that radio? And mind you, that radio, about radio ya. Then Emeke sleep all them with that radio that time. But They call him, he comes together, everything. But how about the radio today? I just speed. Simon Ekpa go like that in 150 days. Na Biafra Yabia. Excuse me. Simon Ekpa go say in 150 days. Na Biafra will come. 150 days. Na Biafra will come. Ndị believe na believe o ya. Onwe followers. Ndị kwe na ekwe na ya. Ndị kwe na kwere. Ọnụ ezo na-akpọtụ. I tell my close friends here now, watch this guy. Now, the moment this thing will get to 2 weeks to end, Simon Ekpa will bring another story. Or some instead watch. Come there without 2 weeks and Simon Ekpa another story. That now that 150 days end there, not the gateway to Biafra. Not the gateway to Biafra. Get into a go. Even the wali agba na bani anoa. Even the appeal and when we see na bani anoa is that. Or challenge Mazin na the can. Or challenge Mazin na the can. Or in the wali and bada. Ndi etilen when we see na bani tata. You cannot challenge Mazin na the can spring leader. Why that people like us are here? That is why I do make Chike Doziem attack. Today there's no Chike Doziem. I won't came mad na when you also. It doesn't matter how many you guys there, but if you idea, the spirit of Biafra is with us, and we still remain consistency. We still remain focused. We still remain fearless. Yes, that is why when that was the time I defend the Chika Paul Edoziem against Nedo Febu. Or even when Samreba is attacking him, we defended Chika Paul Edoziem in line of under the leadership of Mazin Nandekano, in the line of code of conduct. And when we discover that Chika Edoziem, that the same Satan have entered Chika Edoziem, we say no to him. We say no to him, and we stand. And every instruction of Mazin Nandekano, we stand on it up to today. I know the man koja. We stand on it up to today. And today, everything I na wound on the moon nanya. On the moon nanya. So let me not go to Chiketo because their own is coming. Maybe tomorrow. So Simon Ekpa, every single thing onye ndo Mazin Nandekano, man. Simon Ekpa mitetile. And Makwama Nangba wound that there is only 2 people that are fighting for Mazin Nandekano. Because I believe in reality. Even Nafna, you know, I'm going to say I'm going to see one of our leaders' family. Second, we're getting Simon Ekpa due to about the news, the heat on the put, the pressure on the put. I said it. The video is there. And there's no if you don't balloon that now. Now, Ngige, we have a very cordial relationship with Andoba. Then I made Ngige a governor. But along the line, this happened. Ngige and Andoba become cat and rat. Agent Datoku we woken, but in the Maleben Naga, Meben Naga. So I was saying, even though Simon Ekpa is working on when Nina sponsors Simon Ekpa, but what he's doing is in favor of our Mazin Nandekano. That at a point, even Chukwu Okike will use our enemy to answer our prayers. It's happened in the life of Locha Sokolocha. It's happened in the life of Supreme Court Governor Opus Odemma. At a point, Okike will use even our enemy to solve our problem, to favor us. That is it. I told you guys. So, Simon Ekpa, once I ritual for Omalichi Akamba, that's not the same way you are more Mazin cannot the same way you are more. Then what happened? Everything about Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, he claimed here. He claimed here. But it's also only one thing he claimed. And I asked why. Just ask why. Everything about Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you claim it apart from only one thing. Then why do you claim that one? And Biafra, do you know what? Do you know what Sam Lopa didn't claim from Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? Our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu told us that he's coming back to Nigeria and he will be held with them. They asked Simon Ekpa, will you go to Nigeria to carry out your action too? Simon Ekpa said no, that he won't go to Nigeria. They can what my friend said about this guy. I draw Simon Ekpa. Will you go to Nigeria? Do Simon Ekpa to we out or just a manga? But Mazin Nnamdi Kanu no Nigeria. No face the battle, not in the front, now fight. You see now, if it was like that, now this struggle, no delay, Kobo. Ojuku bakata wenye Wazlike. In fact, no only the Benalia Wazlike. Now go on there, he bet everything. No go finish her. Go finish her. He was Tonyala. Chineke Poko. Chineke Poko, Simon Ekpa. Chineke Poko. Go finish her. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu not there. Now tough, no, at the prison. No, at the dungeon, now tough. Simon Ekpa in Finland. Will finish her. I say give bata. It's somebody man, but I'm never bugu. But the same Mazin Nnamdi Kanu see that now. He doesn't care about his life. If he's alive, Biafra will come. If he's dead, Biafra will come. He even said that even if he's dead, that Biafra will come so fast. And warfare of Finland. That's go and will finish her. Finland will finish and if that causes everything. But Manko was Rico, Manke Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Not going to finish her, not going to Biafra. The fact is that our leader said, Imagine kine make career or support wagu. And on that I stand. Oh no guma. Yeah, with the Biafra. On that we stand. We will give you the support. But we really never see. What you are doing, you are asking them. Today, people have marveled that somebody on sponsor. Like I told people, the last program we met with one of my outcome late. Federal government have never condemned sit at home for one day. But a lot of people think that federal government have condemned sit at home. No. The thing is only affecting the state and the people. Not even federal government. And I am that time warfare. One of my program, leave sit at home one another things here, man, that will hold federal government to ransom. Oh, now, let's listen to Simon Ekpa.
Rather than out of the tent,
You can't.
in another country.
Sorry?
You're in Finland.
Yes.
So wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know. You see, I learn from what happened to others. I don't want to put my life in danger because the country, as far as I'm concerned, does not exist. Any country that does not respect the rule of law does not exist.
You're scared you might be killed?
Not everybody. You know that. You can say that as well. Yes.
There's a bounty on
because
your head
because
there, really.
Yes, there's a bounty on my head because Nigeria, because of the Islamic agenda in Nigeria, whoever that rises up to say something that will make the life of the people to be better, they want to kill the person. They assassinate people every day. And today you see that there is a
and did the political thing there?
You should know. You see, I learn from what happened to others.
Wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know.
Wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know.
Wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there? Wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know. You see, I learn from what happened to others. I don't want to put my life in danger because the country, as far as I'm concerned, does not exist.
He don't want to put his life in danger. He don't want to put his life in danger. But Mazin Nande Kanu, this guy was warfare. This guy was warfare. He don't want to put his life in danger. That he learned from others. But Mazin Nande Kanu, not there, not fight, not on the front. You know, Finland, you see, not going to finish her. They will finish her. Then Mazin Nande Kanu, the mantle and everything. But you don't want to put your life in danger. It's only gain anyway, but it's only you want to go heaven, but you don't want to die. As a matter of fact, Simon Ekpa, if nobody knows about your family, or maybe your brothers or your sister, nobody knows. But Mazin Nande, we know his parents, we know his siblings. So, no. Why are you so close? You should open yourself to Ndi will tell you, Biafra. Now, you don't want to die. It's only one. But Mazin Nande will actually walk where the Guma now the leadership. Biafra, let's continue.
Any country that does not respect the rule of law doesn't exist.
You scared you might be killed?
Not everybody. You know that. You can say that as well. Yes.
There's a bounty on
because
your head
because yes, there's a bounty on my head because Nigeria, they don't, because of the Islamic agenda in Nigeria. Whoever that rises up to say something that will, make the life of the people to be better, they want to kill the person. They assassinate people every day. And today you see that there is a
So, Biafrans, Simon Ekpa actually got Nigeria. Simon Ekpa actually put his own life in danger. But Mazin Nande Kanu his own life in danger. His parents won at this struggle. His family not everywhere. Am I his family? No. But on the job, but Simon Ekpa actually, but since Simon Ekpa, they didn't Mazin Nande Kanu the mantle. Nalia the year na Chikolinku was Zulike, not finish a cob. This guy, all I know of your cob. Is he not a stupid man? Now let's listen to Mazin Nande Kanu's voice.
ABAB shall be with this IPOB, this noble family of IPOB, till the restoration of Biafra and beyond. All this I pray in the name of the Most High that liveth forever, Hashem, now and forevermore. Ise. My dear and fellow Biafrans, I have returned full time and I am coming back, and I will bring hell with me. Thank you very much. Remember, and I am coming back. My dear and fellow Biafrans, I have returned full time and I am coming back, and I will bring hell with me. Ise. My dear and fellow Biafrans, I have returned full time and I am coming back, and I will bring hell with me. Thank you very much.
So now, this is the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he told us that he will be back. He will go back to Nigeria. That he will go back to Nigeria and he will bring hell with him. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Today, we see all what is happening in Nigeria. There's someone of Finland. Simon Ekpa is in Finland, taking mantle for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being the one that will give us Biafra. Is it not stupid? Is it not stupid? The same man of Finland now going to tell you Biafra 150 days gafe. But the same man was saying that I am coming back again. I am coming back again. That I will bring hell with me on Nigeria today. Now fight, not in front, right? But no, dear. Listen, I told you guys that if you're emotional, just get out from my page because it common sense. We have take you. Evil or call address as evil man. Nka Canada. Madam Omo ko na agwa Simon Ekpa no. Only dey na mention afam ka madam Omo ko na agwa so nka no I for kick you guys out now. So now you heard from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is coming back. And today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is back in Nigeria. But Simon Ekpa of Finland, they claim everything. Now I'm only back in saying that Onyendu should come to Finland and meet you one-on-one. And at the work there, as more Mazi as man at the work there, Onyendu will come to Finland to see you one-on-one, right? Now, dear friends, I want to show you the kind of picture this guy made about our leader. I want to show you guys the picture now. Go on phone. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, dear friends. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me bring it up here. Because I got it. Hold on. Let me bring the. Yeah. Okay, I got it now. Yeah. So, Biafrans, okay. Then I come for picture me. Look at kind of picture me with Onyendu. On am Onyendu aka. His lobby shoulder and his lobby shoulder with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at the kind of picture he did. You know, Tinyo Nwea, no, with shoulder to shoulder with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at his comment. Look at his comments. I will not listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS, from hospital, or from Nigeria. I will not talk to him on phone, on video call, on TV call, on TV call, internet call. I want to talk with him one-on-one in Finland. Chineke kpọọ ọkụ. Chineke kpọọ ọkụ ka nna agwa gị. Asị Chineke kpọọ ọkụ. Ọ na-eji wee kwe Chineke kpọọ ọkụ ka nna agwa gị. Look at the kind of picture Ome. Look at the kind of picture Ome. Tinye Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Shoulder to shoulder with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onye ka ị bụ? Nwamba nsị. Nwanze diju afọ. Ọmalichi aka mgba. If not Chika Paul Edoziemu, enemy at the gate. Us na agba anyị. I want to cause this nonsense. They cause this menace, this nonsense. Onye ka ị bụ this anụ ọfịa look at kind of picture on Amazonian Daka, shoulder to shoulder with Onyendu. That Onyendu will come to Finland to address him one-on-one. Chukwu Okike ma na agni anu afia. Easy. Now I want Biafrans, no? This anu afia na so ka ọ na-agba. I won't put this thing. So ka ọ na-agba. In a picture with Onyendu, shoulder to shoulder. Onyendu should come to Finland to talk to you one-on-one. In case you ever onye, nobody knows who you are. I'm not your parents. I'm not your sister. I'm not your brother. You know, I love shoulders to shoulder with Mazin and Kano. But take the risk. As a better Nigeria, you say no, that your life is in danger, that they will kill you. But Mazin and Kano got there 2 times. Okay, now, Biafrans, I want you guys to listen the first time what happened to Mazin and Kano. Couldn't know first. This interview is about 6 minutes. I will not interject. Yeah, I want you guys to listen. I'm warfare. Once I do for this letter, Mazin and Kano will bring you down if you don't take time. I told you. Go and mark my word.
Through beatings. I understand you've been in
everything. I've been stripped naked and everything.
Because talk to us a little bit about your journey, because it has been a personal one where you continue to be a voice for Biafra.
Yes. It started very many years ago. I was educated in England. I went to school in London, and upon graduation, I decided to serve my people because I didn't like what was going on. We have a group of friends, about 6 of us from Africa. We said when we graduate, we pick one tiny African country and go there and try and develop it. You know, very, very thoughtful and quite progressive of us. And upon graduation, the rest got very blue chip jobs and developed cold feet. I decided.
Sunday, Michael, I'm kicking you out from this program, and equal nonsense, but that was equal nonsense. Block work finally. Sunday, Michael, let me kick you out. Your man and my program got popular demand. So, if but again go nonsense, Megan block work finally. Like you idiots, you have finally made yourself. Chukuma Kisele, blocking finally. Ozubo. Jen, I was not Jen and Jen. You can code M. I don't even understand you guys. So, okay, yeah. Jen, it's not a question. Okay. So on yours up there, nonsense. Man, even the quad okay. Like me, want to come in? I will send the link to you to come in. Make your points. If you insult me, block or kick you out. I am in charge. I am in charge. This is my little space. I am in charge. So let's continue with Onyendu. Let's listen.
To go carry on with it because I felt that the only thing that makes you human is your ability to reason. And as an African, as somebody from Biafra land, unless my land reflects what I believe I possess up here, then I have not made any telling or meaningful contribution to the advancement of mankind. So I decided to plug ahead with it. I went home initially to try and see what we can do to start a revolution on the ground, because the existing order is essentially irredeemably corrupt, as you well know. So we started it, and it didn't quite go very well. I came back to the UK, reassembled, and went back again. We met a few people who started Radio Biafra. And we started preaching the truth in 2009. And some people were uncomfortable with it. And when I traveled home for a private family ceremony, I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was tortured. I had people spit at me. Some urinated and poured it at me. And for speaking the truth, for telling them that the way they were doing things weren't proper. That wasn't enough. I was arrested before 2009. And some people were uncomfortable with it. And when I traveled home for a private family ceremony, I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was tortured. I had people spit at me. Some urinated and poured it at me. And for speaking the truth, for telling them that they
Biafrans, Mazin Khan was telling us what they did to him, what Wazlike did to him. He went home for his marriage. He was kidnapped. He was beaten. He was naked. People, I knew he was spitting everything. Still, Mazin Khan did not even surrender for an inch. Honor that prison for us. Someone I know in Finland. No, you will the mantle. No, you the mantle. No, you men can. Chineke kpọrọ ọkụ. So say we na agba iwe egwu. Igbara ya egwu ịṅụọla ya champagne 2 kilo or 3 kilo. No, Chineke kpọrọ ọkụ. Now let's continue.
where they were doing things weren't proper. That wasn't enough. I was arrested before then at Murtala Mohammed Airport. I was detained for 8 days solitary confinement at the SSS headquarters because I was preaching Biafra.
No. If you ask me a question without insults, if I have the time, I will answer you. I'm not going to block them. But if you ask me a question with insults, I will block you, my brother. These are the facts. You know, if you want to come in, you come in. But if you want to ask questions without insult, you are free. I will not block you. But this is my little space. You cannot come in my little space and come to insult me. We're not able. So that is it. So Jen, I did not block Jen. Jenny, I did not block her. Left her and there. Let's continue.
Referral materials on me. And after that, I was transferred to Abuja under military escort, a 5-car convoy. I was detained for 3 months, solitary confinement again. And there I met the coup plotters from Equatorial Guinea, Maktacha, all the rest of them. And actually, I think the reason why God sent me there was because to save the lives of those people, I believe. Because had I not gone in there, they would have been killed. But as soon as I came out, I told Amnesty International what was going on, and then they started to sort of fight for them to be released and stuff. So I came, and then I struggled again to start Radio Biafra. People weren't forthcoming. I became homeless in England as a result of it because I was investing so much in broadcasting on shortwave, which is it's very prohibitively expensive. And then we continued, went on to the internet. That our budget could carry us, and then now we're on satellite. So, and it's been relentless, because one thing is, if you're doing the right thing, which I believe we're doing, you continue doing it until at a time when the world will then come to the realization that what you're saying is true, because the suffering has continued, the killings, the death, the deprivation, the deportation. I'm not sure you know that you deport people. Do you know you can deport somebody from a part of Nigeria to another?
How do you do that?
By forcibly removing them from the street.
Yeah.
Locking them up somewhere, putting them in a vehicle, and then transporting them to wherever you want them to go to.
Americans have seen, quote, the Arab Spring actually create more chaos. And
was detained for 8 days solitary confinement at the SSS headquarters because I was preaching Biafra, had some Biafra materials on me. And after that, I was transferred to Abuja under military escort, a 5-car convoy. I was detained for 3 months, solitary confinement again. And there I met the coup plotters from Equatorial Guinea, Maktacha, all the rest of them. And actually, I think the reason why God sent me there was because to save the lives of those people, I believe. Because had I not gone in there, they would have been killed. But as soon as I came out, I told Amnesty International what was going on, and then they started to sort of fight for them to be released and stuff. So I came, and then I struggled again to start Radio Biafra. People weren't forthcoming. I became homeless in England as a result of it because I was investing so much in broadcasting on shortwave, which is
it's very
prohibitively expensive. And then we continued, went on to the internet, that our budget could carry us, and then now we're on satellite. So Biafra, people weren't forthcoming. I became homeless in England as a result of it because I was investing so much in
Biafra's listening. He said he become homeless in London because of little Biafra. Do you know Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his brother Kanta Kanu? They make a choice either whether to pay their apartment or Radio Biafra. And at the end of the day, these brothers, Kanta Kanu and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they decided that okay, they should pay for the Radio Biafra, and they went homeless. They started sleeping in the car. But it was that Radio Biafra that Chika Paul Edoziemu took the form hijack now. It was that same Radio Biafra they insult our leader's family. It was on that Radio Biafra they castigated innocent people. It was on that same Radio Biafra they call people's name today. The next morning they were killed. It was on that same Radio Biafra that where we worship is not in today. That is why Biafra Radio came up. That is why Biafra Radio came up. You can see, Onyendi was like that now. He become homeless with his brother. But Chika Paul Edoziem, I said today is not for this guy, but sometimes I need to talk a little bit about it. Chika Paul Edoziem, Chinasa Wankita, Chukwu do forma, Tones Lumike, Isaiah Yoba, these men hijacked this Radio Biafra. They use this Radio Biafra to destroy our people. What is happening in our land today? If Chinasa Wankita and Chika Paul Edoziem listen to Onyendu to suspend that Monday Ghost Town on August 9, 2021, what is going on in Biafra today will not be going on. Chinasa Wankita said that our leader message keep on coming. All of them feel a lot about our Mazen message. And Chika Paul Edoziem said, because of Onyendu did not give them reason, he will go on and carry that Monday sit at home. Today, we can see the results. The genesis of what is happening in our land today is Chinasa Wankita and Chika Paul Edoziem. They are the people that started this thing because they disobeyed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu order. They disobey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu order. Listen, if you guys think I'm like, I have. Hey, John, also shut up your mouth. You don't know what you're saying. Okay, now I will prove it. But first of all, I'm going to block you now. John Onyeka. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Blocking our boss banned himself. Block, he can block. Not banned. I block you. Okay, I gotta go. Out. Okay, now, if Chinasa Wankita respected that order from our leader, and on that letter, you can see Onyendu wrote it there. When Kanta can bring that letter, bring that news that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu suspended, everybody say it's lie. When Kanta Kanu went on Twitter, on Eve, and tweet about it, we all come against Kanta Kanu. But today we see the truth. I have to go the truth. I have to tell you it's open. Oh, when a Chika Paul Edoziem respect that order from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in 2021. What is going on in Biafra land today will not be going on. Let's play Chika Edoziem voice. Let's play his voice. I'll be playing the voice here so many times, but it's very important. We play his voice again. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Andy said we should suspend the sit at home. And I asked our people, those that I had discussion, I said, but what is the reason? They don't even give any reason why we should suspend it. And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And so, with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not the strongest excuse to give Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then
I don't have much time. Because all now this man, this enemy at the gate, this Chika, Mr. Memo Chika Paul does them respected Maznan Canon order and suspend that Monday Ghost Town, August 9, 2021. All these things that's happening in Biafra land wouldn't have been happening in Biafra land. Simon Ekpa would have hijacked this sit at home. Yes, Simon Ekpa would have hijacked this sit at home. And let me tell you guys, listen. When Chikedozem went on later to suspend sit at home, Biafra starts sitting at home on Mondays for weeks. For weeks. Then Simon Ekpa even supported Chikedozem for suspending it. So people are kind of this struggle. When Chikedozem suspended sit at home, Simon Ekpa was in line with Chika Edozem. It was Nero Febu that came on Simon Ekpa's platform and said that Mazin Nande Kanu will never stop what is good. That Mazin Nande Kanu she know will never stop what is good. That was the point. Simon Ekpa turned around, and at the end of the day, Simon Ekpa now understand that people are sitting at home on Mondays. He now took over, hijack. That's what lead to all those nonsense today. But the same Simon Ekpa told us that it doesn't IPOB activities is not involved. That what concerns him, he does to use his platform to organize money, to generate money. After that, it enhance up. From that, helping IPOB to generate money. From there to prime minister. From there to prime minister. This is all you're going to gold digger. And those of you who is asking me Biafra is not no, Mazin Kanu said that Biafra did not belong to Mazin Kanu. He said it. But I feel somebody what would I use now? Yeah, somebody Biafra knows art. Tell you what I Biafra, we know. But no Simon Ekpa, that tells you. I'm going to play a video from Chief Olasi. You hear from him. I have somebody now fight for Biafra struggle openly. One day if Yama, if the person Yama, but Ekpa Simon say I go to Nigeria, say no, that he will not go to Nigeria. He's afraid of death. But Maznan cannot be afraid of death. The same Simon they claim about the law. Chineke Oku. Now, let's get one video again. Let's listen.
One thing I'm going to ask you, I think it's going to be the last question before I will allow you to rest, because you know you have been on this journey for a very long time and every day on the phone and all that. So I'm going to ask you one last question. The question is this: if from what I've just read now about the motion for Biafra independence at the UK Parliament,
Yes.
the wording is that the Office of the Commonwealth must make sure they use their diplomatic power and ties to compel, though they did not use the word compel, but to compel Nigeria government to organize referendum for a possible freedom of Biafra. And this is exactly what we are all asking. Now, if this did not happen, are you ready to lead us to do anything to get the freedom of Biafra?
Yes.
Which I'm going to be number one to follow you.
Yes.
Get the freedom of Biafra.
Yes.
Which I'm going to be number one to follow you. Are you ready to lead us to do anything to get the freedom of Biafra?
Yes.
Which I'm going to be number one to follow you.
I'm going to be number one to follow you. I am going to be number one to follow
Rather
you.
than out of the table,
You can't.
literally
You,
in another country.
you ca Sorry?
You're in Finland.
Yes.
So wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know. You see, I learn from what happened to others. I don't want to put my life in danger because the country as yes.
So wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should know. You see, I learn from what happened to others. I don't want to put my life in danger because the country, as far as I'm concerned, does not exist. Any country that does not respect the rule of law does not exist.
You scared you might be killed?
Not everybody. You know that. You can say that as well. Yes.
There's a bounty.
This impoma this gold digger. But all the Mazin Kano that he will be number one to follow him. Now I go Simon Ekpa. Okay, go and join Mazin Kano. He said he will be number one person to follow him. Simon Ekpa sin bakwao. So what na mbanen na yebunu na. Oleta champagne on na gwala yegu. Oleta one thing on agba with champagne. Or simba. I can't go. I can't commit my life to it. But Simon Ekpa but the whole world that he's going to be number one to follow Mazin Kano. Now say to go, Mazin Kano is there. Go there with him. He turn around that he want to take mantle from Mazin Kano. That each cause that this song they can delay. He actually everything. I'm going to play it. In fact, let me find. I'll play it. Able with that thing. Let me find it. I play. No, let me play it. Let me get it. But it's very important. Yes. I hope no one the no, I hope I got no, let me check physics.
The race. Everything everybody have done is now yielding result, and we are banking on it. So why would these criminals come to say instead Simon Ekpa will get Biafra next year? Let it not come. As if it is Simon Ekpa that is leading Biafra since 1967. As if it is Simon Ekpa that started Biafra from 1999. It was Wazirike. Wazirike started it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out from Wazirike when he sold out because he was in the prison, and the thing they are trying to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now was the thing they did to Wazirike. Wazirike was in prison, and the Andy Uba came to prison to meet Wazirike with all his commanders. The same thing they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. So if you are Wazirike, would you go and say, I don't agree, when all your commanders followed the Nigerian man to prison? So what it means now is that if all these criminals that are fighting against Biafra today, everybody, including Simon Ekpa, will follow Ojo Zokalo or follow Soludo to DSS dungeon, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will look at the strong men. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will look at the people he left behind, those who he trusted, those he believed would when he said A and actually he mean B, they will understand him. Those when he said B and what he wanted to tell them is A, depending on the condition where he is, they will understand him. And they are there in his front with Soludo and Ojo Zokano to say, our leader, we have given up. We are giving up. If that is the only thing that will make you come out, we have given up. So you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will look at all of them and will still have the God, and who is going to fight for him? Nobody. So he would easily give up. That was what they did to Wazirike. So Wazirike effort is also yielding result today, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out from Wazirike, giving birth to what we are having today. So how do you think that you are going to end Biafra? How do you think that it is Simon Ekpa that is getting Biafra? I am not getting Biafra. I am only finishing the race. It is what we call relay. Relay. Ojukwu started this relay. Ojukwu started the relay. Ojukwu handed the relay over to Wazirike. Wazirike started the relay. Wazirike continued the relay. Wazirike run. Wazirike handed over to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even though he did not hand over to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu collected the petty from Wazirike. And as that was happening, every other person was running the same relay. People started running. You have the BZM, you have the Zion movement, you have the this one, you have the that one. Everybody began to run the race. Today, we have gathered the strength of all those people running this race together. And they say, come, let us combine this strength to finish this race. That is what we are doing. Why will these people be so envious and so bitter about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recognizing Simon Ekpa? And
yeah, in my program, I don't yap. I don't just gossip. When I say something, I bring the evidence for you. Now, our correct is here, delays, everything. Is finisher. Finisher. But the same finisher has again come down to Nigeria. You see, no, that is after that they will kill you. But Mazin Kanu not there. Mazin and Kanu not there. All going to finisher. Now, for you to know that this guy is not working for Biafra. I've said this because even then you have to follow the incident. You have to follow it because almost somebody that sponsored this guy. There is a power that sponsored this guy, but people don't understand what is going on. But what we are seeing that he's doing everything Mazinakan could come out. But in the second hand, he was trying to take over from Mazinakan. He was trying to reduce the authority of Mazinakan. And we know what that means. We know that what that means. I will show you the people now. I will show you guys now. So I want him to explain this for Biafrans. Hold on. You guys should call him to come and explain this to us. What he mean by this post. What he mean by this post. One Simon Ekpa. One and I explain what you mean by this post. By this. Yeah, look at this. Gini ko mean by this. Gini ko mean. Trading for you. Gini ko mean. Also, Simon Ekpa 38. You know, the Martin and 26. Gini ko mean by this post. Simon Ekpa, what do you mean by this post? Are you not ashamed of yourself? You are comparing yourself. You are outside. You're not outside. But Maznan Kanu was in prison. But look at 26,000 people, you know. There's no any activity from Maznan Kanu people now. People with now, you know, on one place. But in Finland, you not compare yourself with Maznan Kanu. So this thing is circle now. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Okay. Okay, let's take this off. Let's take this off. Then I have to bring a video. I'll bring a video. Hold on. I'll bring a video now about the guys that follow Simon Ekpa by name Akpalawa Sonny. Where Akpalawa Sonny said that Simon Ekpa is having followers more than Mazin and the Kanu. Can you imagine? I want you guys to understand where these guys are going. And what did I say that it doesn't care whoever that been Biafra for us. But why are you comparing yourself to Mazin and the Kanu? Why? Always something now. Always something. When Dave Umar said that they will create a parallel IPOB, always something. So, all Akpalawa Sonny will tell us that Simon Ekpa followers is bigger than Mazin and Kanu now. Create that one meaning. Create that one meaning. If you know, I'm where is that son? Tag that son Akpalawa. Do you know the followers that Mazin can have? Do you know the followers? Not even only in Nigeria, Africa, the whole world. Automatically, that comparing that one fancy, no Finland. I'm actually in Shaka colony. Biafrans, let me do that video for you where he said so. But it's very important. Yes, okay. Let's listen to Palawa.
Numbers of followers. Ekpa has humongous numbers of followers. And when he says something, and when he gives out this order of sit at home and no election, they will carry it out to the letter.
Immediately.
Immediately. So that means Simon Ekpa has already even gotten followers more than Martin Namdekan. You see, you people say you want numbers of followers. Simon Ekpa has humongous numbers of followers. And when he says something, and when he gives out this order of sit at home and no election, they will carry it out to the letter.
Immediately.
Immediately. So that means Simon Ekpa has already even gotten followers more than Martin Namdekan. Simon Ekpa has already even gotten followers more than Martin Namdekan. You see, you people say Simon Ekpa has already even gotten followers more than Martin Namdekan. You see, you Simon Ekpa has already even gotten followers more than Martin Namdekan. You see, you people say you want to kidnap.
So what's all this meaning? What is all this meaning? Remember, Chika Paul Edoziem, enemy at the gate, once said in 2021 that if we start disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or using his authority, that we are putting him in danger. This for Chika Edoziem, But Simon Ekpa is trying to tell the world that he's in charge. But Gilimezi, apart from that Monday sit at home, and even people come out on Monday. Today, we see not 2 weeks sit at home. Only pen and paper. Pen and paper. The Mazna can do this for you. And that one, if you don't take time, listen, Simon Ekpa, if you don't take time, you see this pen and paper, that letter Mazna can write, that will bring you down. In Europe here. You see this thing they're doing in Nigeria, that they want the government to bring you back. It's not going to work because you are covered. EU law is protecting you. Finland will protect you. The Nigerian government cannot bring you back to Nigeria. This is the fact. But you see that little paper, that paper and Bible with President Kano, that will be the story, and you know that. You see that statement of Allah Marco? Now that statement of Allah Marco, that will be your end if you don't take time. If you don't replace yourself back, that will be your end. Mark, he knows me. He knows me. I come out on Chike Doziem because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be respected. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as far as Ipob is concerned, which you claim that you were able, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my leader and he's our leader. And his word is final. Who are you to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come to Finland, to see you one-on-one, to talk to you one-on-one? Onyekebo. Now, dear fans, I have some video again. We have to play. Yeah, we have not finished the we are not finished it. Yeah, it's very important we finish it. It's very important.
Yes. You think we're going to live like this, like a bunch of animals forever? Of course not. Of course not. They know it very well that we are coming, and I will come, and I'll bring hell with me. They understand it very well. You better give me Biafra now. If they do not give me Biafra now, the zoo, I am making it very clear to the whole world so they understand what I'm saying very clearly. So that by the time that we are gone, history they will remember the deeds of God upon our lives. We have not come for anything else. I don't exist for anything else. It's only for Biafra to come. If you're not going to give me that Biafra, I will destroy everything that I see on my path. I'm being honest with you. There is no other outcome. Forget about all those speaking grammar and that's rubbish. Give us a referendum, as those British MPs tried to do, in keeping with the fact that in England you have people that have soul and conscience. If you have a referendum today and people say foolishly vote to remain in one Nigeria, I will give up. But that's where we're going to, and nothing. You know, you know where we are now. Do you think we are going to drop our guns now? Is that what you think? Are we going to drop it now? No.
No way.
You must negotiate. And that is going to be a referendum. They understand it. Or else we give them hell. And they know it. If Boko Haram, a bunch of idiots that didn't go to school, can give you a tough time, imagine people who are educated and all over the world. But as you know, with Pharaoh, their ears will be blocked. They'll be doing their janja with some. They will think, oh, we have a Hanese, we have George Obiozo, we have the likes of Hope, which of them we shall prevail. But you'll hear their stories soon as well. We're not going back. Oh. We have come to die for what we believe. Thank you very much for having me, Simon. And continue your good work. And don't allow Satan to get into you. Don't. And don't allow Satan to get into you. Don't.
Never.
And continue your good work. And don't allow Satan to get into you. Don't. And continue your good work. And don't allow Satan to get into you. Don't.
Never. Never. Thank you very much, Ohamadike. Dike Anapogunanya. Greetings from people from Canada. Greetings from people.
So that Dike Anapogunanya, Kis Nabiazia, they talk with you one on one. That Dike Ohamadike, each one who up here, Anapogunanya, Kis Nabiazia Finland, that's one on one. In case you have blown. Just let me tell you. Ọ utu dike mụtara odogwu mana odogwu ada ama dike aka. Go and check. Utu dike mụtara odogwu mana odogwu ada ama dike aka. It too small. It too small. It too small to bring onye down. It too small. Ipeke aka amụlọgụ. 1 million of you aka eruo ofu mkpụrụ aka onye ndu. 1 million of you. 1 million of you aka eruo iwe onye ndu mego. Anụọfịa na Abia Finland. The letter is not from Mazina Nkanu. The letter is forged. Nkanka, you attack Ejimako. You have attacked Ejimako previously when you and Barrister, a stack lawyer, Barrister Stefan Ejiofor was in good terms. At the end of the day, you dumped Barrister Stefan Ejiofor, got exposed into, then you jump on Ejimako. You said good things about Ejimako. Some few months ago, now you want to attack him. You're attacking him. Just because he passed a message from Onyendu. Why do you want to kill the messenger? Why do you want to kill the messenger? It's only a messenger. It's only rendering service to Mazina and the Kanu. And you attack him. And today, even some of the people that also threaten Ejimako, they have understood that letter is from Mazina and the Kanu, and they tender apology. They are begging. Okay, only truth lasts test of time, but lie don't last test of time. Now, Biafrans, let me bring a video up about this woman. Now, first of all, let's listen to this first. Let's listen to this.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. Can assure you, anybody can do about it? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. Can assure you.
Since he was granted bail, Nnamdi Kanu's popularity and influence in the Southeast has continued to rise. As Nnamdi Kanu and his Biafran movement push on, demanding a referendum on not holding elections.
Simon Ekpa, look at this picture now. Can you see the late father from our leader Nnamdi Kanu and the late mother? Because of this struggle, he loses his beloved parents. Because of this struggle, he loses his beloved parents. Because of this struggle, he have not set eye on his family, on his kids for 2 years plus. Because of this struggle, he is in DSS dungeon and you are in Finland to collect the mantleship. You are in Finland telling Onyendu Mazinakano to come to Finland to discuss with you one-on-one. You are in Finland gossiping that the letter is fake. You are in Finland taking in charge. Look at his parents, his late parents. They are no more today because of this struggle. Let me ask you, Simon Ekpa, can you get in go? Can you sacrifice him go? Good on work, can you sacrifice him go? He will take your leadership. He will say that Nnamdi Kanu should come to Finland and discuss with you one-on-one. Tell me, can you sacrifice him go? What are the sacrifices him go? I'm asking you. What are the sacrifices he made with Simon Ekpa? Nothing. But the only thing that these cabals, Chikapole, Doziem, enemy at the gates, they pave way for you, and you outsmart them, you utilize them, you hijack a lot of things. You start swinging with IPOB money. Because $740 something US in Umwele accounts. You know what happened about that money? You and the Chikapole Doziemu and Balistefan Ejiofor, 3 of you know what happened about that money. You guys get your own share in Umwele accounts. The $740,000 US that officially declare you are involved about what happened that money. Ima, you, Paul Chike Doziemu and Balistefan Ejiofor. From there, you hijack IPOB website from Madam Oyibo. From there, in watch and pen, maybe you know, watch and pen 2 euro. All those things doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that you cannot insult Nnamdi Kanu before people like us. You cannot insult Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. Onye cable. Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafra, it doesn't hold Biafra. That Biafra is not his property. That he will support anybody that will bring us Biafra. But you, Simon Ekpa, you are not bringing us Biafra. You are deceiving us. Because you show us a little reality that you are fighting. But by the corner, he knows what is going on. What is going on? Because if we are genuine in this struggle, when Nnamdi Kanu gave you that order, the man can't now. The man can't say no fake. Because even that letter is from Nnamdi Kanu. If you are genuine in this struggle, you will not ask Nnamdi Kanu to come to Finland to negotiate with you one-on-one. On what basis? Why? Makani when did AK-47 up here na buy? Makani when did AK-47 na buy up here? So bad luck. But let me tell you, if you shoot Nnamdi Kanu, you think you're at the everything. Ocean call baby. Therefore, let's continue. I have I have series of video to play. Because I tell this guy that today is for him. We have not completed. The video is still. I'll complete the video. Okay.
In the Southeast, the discussion in Nigeria has shifted to a demand for restructuring. While restructuring is the buzzword of today, Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran movement have all but rejected it.
We can build a toy factory for them. So even at this age, they can be very wealthy people. But because we are in Nigeria, that is why, despite all these creative talent and invention, they remain very poor. We all are poor. But I can assure you that any future Biafran government will judiciously and effectively utilize these talents on display to make sure we create employment, to make sure we create the necessary enabling environment for our children to grow up without fear of want. Do you see what Nigeria is doing to Biafrans? Our talents are being destroyed because we are in Nigeria. You can see what they have done. All over the world, and the Western world especially, you have Legoland. We have Toys R Us. These are multi-billion pound establishments. Why can't these young boys or their families enjoy the same level of quality of life as do those abroad? It's because we're in Nigeria. That is why these things cannot be showcased. That is why they cannot support him, because we are in Nigeria. Very, very sad and very shameful. After looking at this, then you tell me to dump Biafra or to stop budgeting for Biafra. Why should I do so? This is what they are afraid of. I challenge them to bring out their children to do the same thing. I challenge them to bring out, if they can bring out their children to do the same thing, then I'll stop budgeting for Biafra.
The Biafran struggle, of course.
This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given all. I've given all. Even when his parents was alive, before his parents, he said, if they ask him to bring his parents for Biafra to come, he will do that. Before his parents, one bunch and no fair in Finland. This Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should come out and talk with you and come to Finland and talk one-on-one with you. You make a post to tear your picture, tear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, get out with the same thing. You guys are dragging. I told you today is for you. And after today, I will last and first check upon the enemy we are doing with. And I watch you. When you come out again, nonsense about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will come full on you. I don't care about even case now with 2 million followers. I don't care. But I know this message. You are here, you are watching it. You in my age here, you are watching it. You cannot insult Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before Ebaino. When you're able. Nonsense, man. Yeah.
I am not interested in any dialogue. I am not interested in any negotiations. I have no interest in the politics of the damnable Zoological Republic. Our mission is a very simple one: to restore Biafra, or we die restoring Biafra. To restore Biafra, or we die restoring Biafra. To restore Biafra, or we die restoring Biafra.
Because yes, there's a.
So wouldn't it be better if you went back home and did the political thing there?
You should no. You see, I learn from what happened to others. I don't want to put my life in danger because the country, as far as I'm concerned, does not exist. Any country that does not respect the rule of law doesn't exist.
You're scared you might be killed?
Not everybody. You know that. You can say that as well. Yes.
So it is scared that you might be killed, but he did not scared. No, he take the mantle leadership from Mazen and the Canon. He did not scared. He able the finisher, but he is scared that you can kill. Do you had Mazen Canon's statement? We restore Biafra or we die getting Biafra, and that is what we call them. Today he's doing it. In 2015, he was in Nigeria. He tell them he's coming back, and he's come. After attack on his father's compound, he moved to Israel. He escaped to Israel. From Israel, he told them he's coming back again, and he will bring hell with him. Today he's in Nigeria. Let's not forget about. But today he's in Nigeria, and he's fighting from the front. But in Finland, now like campaign. Now Bala is Kalewu. Now like campaign. Now Bala is Kalewu. They did Ipob. Now Gajim. But it's telling. But somebody's not telling one. Now fight for it. Kinan the leadership. Kinan the mantle. The mantle. No go and finish her. Chile ball rock there. And warfare. Chile ball rock. Now, Biafrans, let's listen to this last video before we go. It's a very long one, and you guys don't know this man. A lot of people, when he made some Nigerian news carries his news, a lot of people say, "Who is this man?" Chief Uwasi. So today I will play the video. You guys will know him. He's a man that speaks without fear. He's a man that speaks without fear, and Onyendu has given him a new law to play. So let's listen to this man.
Conversations in between the lines and perhaps exposés to expect from this dialogue this morning. But I want to first welcome Chief Dan Olassi, and he's our guest this morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
As always.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I will start from asking, how do you feel as a Nigerian this morning? NLC's talking protest this morning, marching across the streets, anti-poor protests. Where did we go wrong? How did we get here?
Well, it usually takes me 25, 30 minutes to go from where I am to your studio. Now it took me about 6 minutes. And I didn't see more than 10 vehicles on the streets. And that when I remember that there's an NLC, TUC strike going on. I think it's pretty unfortunate. Tinubu stampeded himself. Apparently because of the nature of the election, he wanted to, as it were, massage Nigerian ego. Oh, I have done this without planning for it. An intelligent thing would have been that you first set up the palliatives background with the governor, sit down and say, this is what we're going to do. It's not a personal, it's not like when he was running Lagos State. It's the federal government of Nigeria, and it's a very complicated system. If would have gotten the 36 governors, they would sit down. And this is what I want to do to ease the problems on our people. You don't create more problems by trying to solve the problem. And set out the conditions for the palliative that can help the people absorb what is going to come. That is the crisis we're in now. I mean, no matter whom you are in Nigeria, unless all these thieves all over the place, and you say you don't feel going into a filling station to buy petrol, then you must be living in another world. You know, so it's unfortunate that it has happened, but in usually Nigeria, we have a tendency of trying to absorb. So the sooner they dish out their palliatives, if it does not go to private hands, after such things happen under Buhari, money was supposed to have been shared. You don't know the basis of the sharing and who are receiving it. So we have problems.
Yeah, you know, a lot of us don't know this man. This is Chief Dan, who has, you know, this man remain fearless. He's one of Igbo chief, highly respected in Igbo land. He remain fearless. He say the way it is, you know, and go and check his background. He also fought in civil war. His father was a very wealthy man. So go, I know a lot of people don't know him, but he went to go and visit our leader. Our leader requested for him to come, and he went. I want you guys to listen the message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave to him and how he confirmed that that letter is from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Simon Ekpa said that it's a fake letter. Is this? Let's listen.
Very fundamental problems that needs, you know, a pragmatic attention, you know, real pragmatic thinking to be able to, because the corruption is so much that anything can happen. That's where I will stop.
But you know, there's also a call for caution. I mean, if you listen to the IGP's cautionary note there, that this could be overtaken by gangsters and hoodlums, because already there is a pensive atmosphere in the polity, and protest could perhaps not be the best measure to take at this time.
I mean, why is there tension in the polity? It's because INEC did not conduct a free and fair election. That was the basis that's the basis of the tension in the polity. If there was a free and fair election, as judge, when you lose, you just go home and you congratulate the person who won, and you go home. But because of the nature, I mean, 2 days ago, yesterday I was in court with my presidential candidate, and when I listened to the chairman of the tribunal, where he was asking son Uche questions, and I saw where he was going to. So I don't know what is going to happen in this tribunal. Honestly, I don't know what is going to happen. Whether they'll be looking at the facts presented before them. You know.
All right, let's dive straight into it. Of course, you visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We would want to get highlights of that because, of course, we saw the dailies this morning running with certain lead stories. One was saying that Nnamdi Kanu says Simon Ekpa is aided by the federal government. Another one talks about the amount of trillions of naira that leaves the southeast, you know, because of the banditry and the armed robbery, and over 50 armed groups in the region already. But let's start from your visit to Nnamdi Kanu.
Well, I'll start by thanking the director of the State Security Service for at least allowing me. It's one area of government that I visited, and it looked like you're in Europe. Good process. Nobody wasted your time. All the screening processes went, you know, quite on time. And when it was time for me to go visit him, you know, one or two persons escorted me to where I was supposed to meet with him. And I must admit, it's one of the most emotional times of my life. First, that I saw a very brilliant Nigerian, extraordinarily brilliant Nigerian, well-spoken, very, very intelligent, who knew what he was fighting for. And
you can see, this man is referring all those things to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All those, he's talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that Ipob, that one bouncing, nothing land. So not actually will mantle or finisher. I want him on your book. Let's listen to him. If you walk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Allowing me. It's one area of government that I visited, and it looked like you're in Europe. Good process. Nobody wasted your time. All the screening processes went, you know, quite on time. And when it was time for me to go visit him, you know, one or two persons escorted me to where I was supposed to meet with him. And I must admit, it's one of the most emotional times of my life. First, that I saw a very brilliant Nigerian, extraordinarily brilliant Nigerian, well-spoken, very, very intelligent, who knew what he was fighting for. And we embraced ourselves more than 10 times. It became very, very touchy for both of us. And I asked him, why did you invite me? He said, because he knows I will say the truth of what he has told others and they didn't want to believe. So the...
He asked Mazen Nankano, why did he invite him? Because now you exactly what I would not know this man. That's why he said you cannot destroy the foundation of this movement. Okay, look for where I want to see it take 150 years. And today, this man, only a new low, I wanted there. Because I wanted to have found out that Chika Paul have been is sell out. Chinas and Wolu, they're all sell out. You can see. No, let's listen. Let's listen.
The essence of it was that he wanted me to tell, especially the Southeasterners, that he does not support the sit-at-home in any form. If they did it once as a symbolic gesture, yes, it's appreciated, but not to make it a regular feature from 1 day to 1 week to 2 weeks. Now, who does that to his own people? That if Ekpa or whomsoever he is supporting him, you don't create a double jeopardy for our people. Every Monday, nobody does anything. Some people depend on either their wheelbarrows or trucks or keke to make living, to maintain their families. How can he be inflicting pain on his people? It's a very simple thing. And that the handwritten note that was circulated, that he wrote it. That is not fake. He wrote it, that I should say so. That he does not support it. So I promised him. The of it was that he wanted me to tell, especially the Southeasterners, that he does not support the sit-at-home in any form. If they did it once as a symbolic gesture, yes, it's appreciated, but not to make it a regular feature from 1 day to 1 week to 2 weeks. Now, who does that to his own people? That if Ekpa or whomsoever he is supporting him, you don't create a double jeopardy for our people. Every Monday, nobody does anything. Some people depend on either their wheelbarrows or trucks or keke to make living, to maintain their families. How can he be inflicting pain on his people? It's a very simple thing. And that the handwritten note that was circulated, that he wrote it. That is not fake. He wrote it, that I should say so. That
the letter that he wrote it, that the man should say so. He wrote that letter. That Simon Ekpa's not fake. Simon Ekpa's not fake. I can confirm now. You are another person now into our struggle. And that man, but I wanted to know this man quality. You know his quality. Oh man, this man won't hear so. It's not only Simon Ekpa that said it's fake. He also has someone kita and is their own checked media worms. They call Paul at a map. That's not fake too. But when he go on Little Biafra to talk, he didn't want to talk about it. But tomorrow will be for them. I'm coming for them. After today's for Simon Ekpa, I will just keep it here and watch him. I will go back to this. And then no fear, no China someone kita. Na Paul, na Chika Paul Doziem. Let's continue listening to this man.
Not support it. So I promised him that I'm not getting any younger. I will try to make out time to go to Finland. I've already sent messages because this is not the time of warmongering now. And I have to see this Ekpa and say, what's your problem? Because if he doesn't listen, I have seen the reply he made, which gives me the tendency to believe that some people are sponsoring him. If you want to be leader of your any younger, I will try to make out time to go to Finland. I've already sent messages because this is not the time of warmongering now. And I have to see this Ekpa and say, what's your problem? Because if he doesn't listen, I've seen the reply he made, which gives me the tendency to believe that some people are sponsoring him. If you want...
If we get now that you have seen the reply Ekpa make, which give him tendency that somebody is sponsoring him. That is it. This is what we're saying. Onion cows again, us now viewers only 10 people. Now let me kick you out. Let me ban you now. For me to remain 12. Let me ban you. Okay. Can ban dog Ozubo. Can kick you out. Okay, man, I know member for viewers. Ozubo. I have banned you. So, and if batakuo nonsense also, block zero final. Kema that I am never igwe. I am never for viewers. If I never will tell you the truth. If I never preach you the truth. Undiluted truth. And so I am never for people in the viewers in me. No, I don't care. If you can, you know. So I have banned you, and when you come in again, you could nonsense and block with that one complete. So let's continue. When I've heard this man that one of goes some of his comments, Simon Ekpa, that thing you intend is that at least somebody is sponsoring him. The same thing or young whatever today. Because he cannot reply in that manner if someone is not sponsoring you. That is why I'm here today. That's why I'm so angry about him. Day before, I asked him, no, I said no. But for him to his response after that letter shows that something the same thing as this man Ekpa. At least, let's continue.
Want to be leader of your people? Will you be leader of the dead or the living? He's from Ebonyi State, I understand. And the other day I was looking on social media where people supposedly representing him were firing all over the place. And a small child of under 1 year was abandoned by his or her parents, and they ran away. And I was just most weeping, praying God, let bullet not touch this small child. You know, and I hope nothing happened to him or her. Is that the nature of the leadership? And this is the worry. These are the worries that Nnamdi Kanu has.
So he's not aware of Simon Ekpa's, representation of him.
He knows that Simon Ekpa was supporting him because of the interest of justice. But they have thrown it into another dimension. Because I read what he was saying that he's Prime Minister of Biafra in exile. It's sad for me. Not after fighting for Biafra, and somebody tells me you're Prime Minister in exile where you're taking orange juice, you're a citizen of Finland, living comfortably in security, and your people here are almost in desolate, nothing to eat, no petrol, nothing, and you're still threatening them that they won't go to work on Monday. Is that love? It is not love. This is where Nnamdi Kanu disagrees completely with what they are doing. And he said I should say so, that he does not support sit at home, that their people should be allowed to make a living. He stands for justice, but you cannot have justice without peace. You have to address peace by addressing justice. So it's a problem. Oh. And like I said, I've started the contact making. I probably will wait until the tribunal, verdict is out. Yesterday, I spent time trying to get in touch with the Finnish embassy to see how I can get, because I need to go and, see the young man and really find out what is going on with him. Because our people cannot continue this way. We can't continue this way.
All right, so in essence, people would say Simon Ekpa is hiding away under the protection of the Finland government, and the sit-at-home is happening here, lives have been lost, and he's covered and embraced by the protection he enjoys away from Nigeria. But then you also find out this man may not be acting in isolation. There are young people here who take orders from him, who are maiming, who are looting, who are the ones carrying out the damage. So how does the state come into this play? Because I know that oftentimes several governors, one was the last comment from Governor Hope Uzodinma, who said they should ask Simon Ekpa to return home, to sit at home with them if he needs to enforce that law. So what is the role? I mean, what has been the role of the government, speaking for Nnamdi and also trying to end this saga?
If you remember, maybe about a year ago on this platform, I had said if we had serious governance in the Southeast, I don't care whether you're APC, PDP, now we have 2 APC governments, 1 APGA, 1 PDP, and 1 Labour. I'm not interested in the nomenclature of where you're coming from. I'm interested in seeing the 5 governors we have sit down and know that the protection of our people lies squarely on their hands. This crying of Sana Ekpa did that. These are because there are lacunas here and there that they are exploiting. If a governor is in charge, if I'm in charge of a state, I bet you cannot enter my state and just do anything you like. You can't. You can't. It just means that people are not using their brain. Because people voted for you, you're part of that state. You know what is going on in that state. Once in a while, one or two persons can smuggle themselves into the state and do one or two nonsense and escape, but it won't be a regular feature. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was seeing the social media where a Reverend sister was almost, bastardized, beaten up, her face swollen in Anambra State. Reverend fathers are kidnapped, some killed. So it become a way of life. Our governors have to decide. It's not a matter of Hope Uzodinma talking and Enugu governor talking and that one. They have to have a concerted effort. Come to the federal government, because the whole problem, people are also exploiting the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is detained. And they push it under that is what they are fighting for. Which is unfortunate. Because if our 5 governors and 15 senators and our members of the federal house have effectively pushed this government, and by this government I mean from Buhari's government, what is the offense of Nnamdi Kanu? I asked. Nobody has been able to tell me. When some Igbo leaders met Buhari, he said that the judicial process has to take its course. The judicial process took its course, and the Court of Appeal, of all courts, discharged him of all the charges against him. For the first time in the history of any legal process in the world, Malami, who was then the most dishonest attorney general this country has ever had, ran to a judge, and I think that judge is now the chairman of the Presidential Appeal Committee, ran to him, and he granted an order for keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. He's unheard of anywhere in law. So you don't understand really what is going on in this country, that nobody is interested in obeying the rule of law, because I believe the processes Tinubu has passed in his life, especially the fight he joined Abiola to do in 2020 election, he should be one person to appreciate what rule of law means. And I have said this once or twice, and I don't think he's appreciating what it means. Because if he releases this boy, he will be a walking piece of history. He will be a walking piece of history if he releases this boy. He's not releasing him because he likes his faith, but because the courts have said so. And I believe either a President Atiku Abubakar or a President Peter Obi will release him. They will obey the rule of law. There's no reason why that boy will be languishing in prison. I was happy that he has made me to be his political advisor, telling what is going on in his place and what for us to do to move our people forward. And it's a job I have gladly accepted to do for him. The processes Tinubu has passed in his life, especially the fight he joined Abiola to do in 2020 election, he should be one person to appreciate what rule of law means. And I have said this once or twice, and I don't think he's appreciating what it means. Because if he releases this boy, he will be a walking piece of history. He will be a walking piece of history if he releases this boy. He's not releasing him because he likes his faith, but because the courts have said so. And I believe either a President Atiku Abubakar or a President Peter Obi will release him. They will obey the rule of law. There's no reason why that boy will be languishing in prison. I was happy that he has made me to be his political advisor, telling what is going on in his place and what for us to do to move our people forward. And it's a job I have gladly accepted to do for him. And I'll try as much as possible to see him from time to time. But to be able to coordinate.
Now, I hope you guys listen to what that man said. A role Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given to him, and he have accepted that job. That's to tell you, Chika Paul Edoziemu, Chinasa Wankita, they are nothing. That is why our leader go over the bar and pick someone to do so certain thing for him, and the man accepted. And it cannot destroy this movement, because this movement is ordained by Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Aka Chukwu Okike Abiyama in this movement. Biafra struggle is not only about physical, it's also spiritual. So Chika Paul Edoziemu when the law I want to hear this man now. Chinasa Wankita this man I want to the law when I play. Not more the same radio to cascade this man. Now when you believe it. Let's continue. Biafra, I'm going to wind down because it's more than 2 hours. But let me go a bit. So
I have to travel to Finland to see this man. I know what his problem is. I mean, stay in the south. People don't come home. Our young men and women don't come home anymore. All wedding ceremonies. This is one festival Igbos enjoy. Wine carrying, wedding. Everybody in the village is expectant of that. It doesn't happen anymore. We're now doing it in Lagos and in other cities. It's unfortunate for somebody to tell his people not to move out on Monday. It's a pity.
Okay, I mean, in terms of the facts and history, some people would also say, especially some scholars, historians, such as yourself, would go back in memory to the year 2003 when Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu visited, I beg your pardon, Ojukwu visited Buhari in Daura, and they had a conversation. And one of the things that came out of that analysis was that Nigeria must remain one, and the hate messages must end. However, with the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, does it seem like that conversation is being practiced in real time?
If you remember, I mentioned that on this platform about 2 years ago. I said we were 6 of us, General Odumegwu Ojukwu, invited to tell us that the Buhari had asked him to come to Buhari to discuss about the future of this country. And the other 5 said no, that he wasn't going to. I was the only one who said, go. Igbos have a saying that whatever is in your stomach does not smell until you pass it out. So go to him, listen to him, and know where he's coming from. And he went and spent 2 days with him in Buhari's house. They had a 5-point understanding. Unfortunately, Ojukwu died later. Buhari could not even as much as attend the funeral of Ojukwu. And none of those 5 points did he make an attempt after being president because when he invited him, he wasn't president. It was just ordinary Buhari. Then he became president. None of those 5 agendas they agreed upon to push this country forward. And one of them specifically said how the Southeast will be seriously put into the mainstream of the Nigerian political process. And he agreed to that. Probably the only attempt he made was probably using Igbos as his vice presidential candidate at each point in time. But after that, what next? All he now did was to his stoking paranoia and hatred. The achievement of putting Nnamdi Kanu in detention now for 4 years going, kidnapping a young man from Kenya, when a government plans to kidnap people, just like they kidnapped former Minister of Transport under Shagari, what is the name of that chap from Kaduna? The mathematician, the brilliant top minister, Omar Diko. They kidnapped him from London. So this government is now known for kidnapping people. And they spend millions of dollars to their elements in Kano who helped them to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. So that is the success of Buhari, to kidnap a citizen. Why? Because he's talking about justice for his people. Is that a crime? You may not like his methodology. All Nnamdi Kanu represents is the unjust processes against our people for the past 50 years. And the people we have in government don't appear to understand what is going on. Now they can't go home. Now it is coming down to everybody what the problem is all about. So Nnamdi Kanu is not on his own in what he's saying. After seeing him 2 days ago, I committed myself that I will give support to try to see how our place can be a lot better. Igbos don't destroy. Those who built don't destroy. So nobody can accuse us of being part of a destructive process. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be an exception. He's a boy who loves the interests of this country and especially the interests of his people. All he's asking, put us as part of the system. And if you don't want us to be part of the system, then allow us to be on our own. You cannot be taller than me and be shorter than me at the same time. If we are not part of because the 8 years of Buhari, we were not part of the system. And the strongest part of government is the National Security Council. There was nobody from South-East who was in that council for 8 years. That is where the strategic decisions of every country is taken. So when you come to the South-East now, it's occupied by military people you don't know where they're coming from. If there are 20,000 mobile policemen or policemen in general in the South-East, not up to 100 of them are Igbos. So also soldiers. But you see, the exciting thing about it is that it does not stop our people from giving them arms, water, bread, and everything. Because now soldiers refuse to do what they are told to do. Every time I come out at any checkpoint, I will give them money. I deliberately do that. Buy this, it's all gone. This is not what they told us the Igbos are. These are the most benevolent people we have ever seen. They are so happy about it. So, but all these rascals under Ekpa or whomsoever go about, and like Nnamdi Kanu told me that he's against anybody killing a security officer who is supposed to protect law and order. And once that is done, they ascribe it back to Ipob. This is unfair.
Now, I hear you say that most of them are not of the southeastern origin. I mean, you talked about some of the military there, but some people have also argued that the southeast region has turned into a war zone without any external aggressor. What they mean by this is that they have enemies within that they created by themselves because of the sit at home and, of course, the declaration by Simon Ekpa. So how do you look at those who are of the descent, who are of the origin of the Igbos, and how do they get reevaluation of what they're doing, and then perhaps some sense of reorientation? Some people have said, well, is the lack of job, is the lack of incentive, is the anger perhaps for some. And of course, remember we had the prison break in Imo State and several parts, some years back. So really, is there a collaboration, even with those within which you've mentioned that are not of the Igbo descent, with those of the Igbo descent within?
Well, I will address that by first saying the nature of leadership we now have in the Southeast is pretty unfortunate because we have presidents, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Emaya Okpara, Alvan Ikoku, SG Koku, Simon Bakwe, Dr. Nwafo Rizo, Dr. Alex Ekweme, even in recent times, Jim Nwobodo. Come to Anambra and see what Ngige did as governor, even though that election was one kind. What Peter Obi did as governor. We have presidencies of Igbo leadership that worked. Why is it that the present leadership in the 5 states are not working together to be able to protect our people? That's what I'm saying. If they sit down together, they can use your head with all our technocrats to see how our place can be protected. Look at what's going on. It's not just in Southeast. Look at the herdsmen problem in Benue Plateau. The bandits in Northwest. The Boko Haram in Northeast. We're a country of violent nomenclature now. Every day, hundreds of people are killed. We're even better in the South. It's only occasional that you hear that 1 or 2 persons are killed here and there. But look at the rest of the country. And when I hear the IG of police, talk, he has not stayed 1 month in the office. Now he's a field general already. Maybe he knew what was going on. Now he's given an opportunity. Let us see how he's going to handle the problem. But I can tell you, there will be no peace without dialogue. Whether you call them bandits or Ipob or Boko Haram, this government must be prepared to dialogue with people because there is all grievances are.
Saint Chede Nwachineke. I think because I don't have time, let me just say something about what you just said. Let me just for a few seconds with evidence, because he said I don't have any evidence. Please go to that letter our leader wrote. Go to the letter. You will see where Martin Khan said about the sit at home, that he gave order to his siblings, and they told Chike Paul Edozie man, and end of the day, it brings problem between them. Now, on 8th of August 2021, the eve of that Monday ghost town, Kanu went on Twitter and said that this thing have been suspended by Mazen and Kanu. But Chinasa Wankita came on air to blackmail Kanu, telling him, making us to come against Kanu, that who give him that order, that it's not from Mazen and Kanu. But at the end of the day, they confirm it with their mouths. And that letter have exonerated Kanu. That's number one. How about Umwele account? Umwele account, Kanu told them this account is not from Mazen and Kanu. Today, one Mazen Nwachineke, where is the Umwele account? Umwele account is nowhere. The Kanu told us that it's not from our leader Mazen and Kanu. Today, Umwele account is closed. Then why didn't Chike Doziem obey the instruction given by him by our leader Mazen and Kanu? Why? So let me leave it here. And I will wind it down because it's 2 hours 15 minutes. Okay, let me just play this a minute so I will wind down.
All conflicts, all protests are about unresolved grievances. Once you see a protest, it is happening today. Labour Congress, TUC, they are striking. It's not a cup of tea. There must be unresolved grievances that is forcing people to strike. How can they buy petrol? How can they buy foodstuff? These are calling down, and you look at them going to work. You know, somebody told me when I came in for my party meeting on Saturday that this is how Tinubu goes to work. I said it's not true. And I deliberately took a vehicle to stand in that route he goes to work. And I was there for 55 minutes. And an entourage of nearly 60 vehicles. 60 vehicles. He passed with 60 vehicles. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I was making a broker telling him to be patient. How can't we be patient for those who are dying? And I was looking at the Speaker of the Federal House and the President of the Senate coming to work in a luxurious Mercedes. You don't know where they flew it in from. These are people who, most of their states have been flooded with water. So it is unfortunate, the kind of leadership we have. Are they coming from villages? Do they fall from the air? And then Nnamdi Kanu becomes the issue. How can the young man become the issue? When the youth of this country have been abandoned to their fate, anything that happens, they send Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because he's asking for justice for his people? Is that it? If that is terror, and I so declare, he is not a terrorist. If defending the interests of your people is terrorism, let me be counted as one of them.
Because, I mean, I take this word.
Yeah, my wonderful people of Biafra, I will stop it here. You know, and the man said, if that is a terrorist, let him himself be a terrorist. If what the charge Maznan can is a terrorist, if that way our leader is operating as a terrorist, let him himself be a terrorist. I will stop it here because it's 2 hours, almost 2 hours, 18 minutes. I have to go, I have to wind down. Like I said this is for Simon Ekpa. You know, reminder of don't allow Satan to enter you. And Mazin Nan can remain commander. Commander is still commander and is still control from wherever he is. Under control is the commander. And whatever is said, we must obey. Today, where is the two who sit at home? No way. It's just a piece of paper. And I told Simon Ekpa, if he doesn't take time, that piece of paper will destroy him in Europe. He has to take a step back. And even those that are sponsoring him, let him stop and use advantage on it, because people like him too. One day, as no one for talk, I fuechi. All Mazi Ezumezu aka Nwa Ekwensu. As Udo Dulunu. As you come and share and like. For those that my voice annoyed, as Mdon on Wago Cambo. And for those who may feel offended, I say sorry, but we must speak the truth. That is it. We must speak the truth, no matter what. Because I heard you lojo where they Colombia. The king got the bend and more we can get on when. It's not blagging. I don't blag on social media. Okay, we have seen the good, we have seen the bad, we have seen the ugly. Can you follow the That's why we say our home is the best. No. As mudo the loan obona, the don't get the loan one. Only for that ka afu echi. My next program will be on this Chaka Media Wall on Chike Doziem. That will be my next program. I will work with goes where they one love. As mudo the loan, only for that afu echi. Chineke gozi onye obona. Maman. So
Amuna gibili ben Mikano Bamaitama Chineke Yelo Mudafa Godozo Bodani Kamona gibili ben Mikano Bamaitama Chineke Yelo Mudafa Godozo Bodani Kamona gibili ben Mikano Bamaitama Chineke Yelo Mudafa anyị ka mụ na gị biri be ndụ ụkwọnụ ya tantam ijukwu ya tantam omume ya tantam bụrenu ya kọmputa ụkwọnụ ya tantam ijukwu ya tantam bụrenu ya kọmputa Chineke nyere obodo aka ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị biri be ndụ ọmarịcha nwa Chineke nyere obodo aka ka o dozie obodo anyị ka mụ na gị biri be ndụ ụkwọnụ ya tantam ijukwu ya tantam omume ya tantam bụrenu ya kọmputa